So here's a fun little thing here in the kitchen. Pulling up the subfloor directly above here caused all these nails to pop through and this drywall tape to pop through, and you can now see a crack between those sheets and whatnot. Just a goofy little thing. I guess happens when you work on rooms next to each other. All right, so look at that. Everything's all painted. I did 2 coats, as you just saw. Kind of a little bit showed through here and there, but this is not dry yet. I literally just painted and cleaned up the tools and then removed the tape. It's not a perfect tape job, and there's a few places like right here where I kind of went past the tape a little bit. I'm just gonna touch that up with the white tomorrow. But other than that, it looks pretty good. Same kind of look and feel as the other room, just as I said, it's the same exact color because I accidentally ordered too much. So I guess I need to, I've ordered the floor. Should be able to pick that up tomorrow or the next day or something. I have all the parts for the windows to put the mechanicals back together. So I need to do that, and then I can open these and finish painting the frame and stuff. And then I can scrape all the glass. I can go ahead and scrape this glass because it doesn't move. And I need to figure out what I'm doing for light fixtures, and then I can also order some trim, and I need to do some shelves and whatnot for the closet. But it's looking pretty good. It's looking a lot better than it did just a few days ago. Definitely a lot better than it did the day I moved in. So let's come back tomorrow and see what it looks like then. So it's the next afternoon. Everything's dried up. Looks pretty good. Nice even coloring on there. I guess it's, there we go. Nice even color on there. It's doing the second layer. It was a great call. So I just need to touch up some corners here and there a little bit where I got a little frisky with the roller. But other than that, it looks great. I just picked up the flooring from here. It's my first time working with this material. But basically, it's from Home Depot. It's a Traffic Master Click Lock luxury vinyl plank. But I think it's gonna look pretty good in this room. That's kind of the color how that works out here. So I'm gonna start putting some of this down tonight, and I don't know if I'll get the whole room down tonight, but I'm gonna start. so this is as far as I'm getting tonight. My knees are giving up, and they make a tool so you can get in here, and it's basically looks like that, but has 2 of the 90-degree sections, so you can get something in here and hammer on it. I'm gonna pick one of those up tomorrow, worth every penny, because I broke the wall in a couple places here from trying to pry on these. But the good news is this is the trim I got, so it's just gonna cover that up, not a big deal. I also just need some chunks of 2x4. I might be able to pick some up at the shop just to use for the tapping block. But anyways, this is the 4th box here, so I got plenty to do it. This, as you saw, this little corner took a little bit of work. This is my first time doing it, so I don't know if I did all this right. But I think it's looking pretty good so far. I think overall, the look in the room is gonna be great. Definitely gonna have some issues with this section where the floor isn't flat, because even just here, it lifts off a little bit. It's gonna be fine. I mean, once it's all down, it's gonna be fine. But it's definitely gonna wanna lift off there. I'm gonna need a better trim piece to go over to bridge the gap between the carpet and the room. But that's fine. I think it's gonna look pretty good. I think it's gonna do great. I also have knee pads. I ordered them. They should be delivered tomorrow. They'll be a lifesaver as I work on this tomorrow and over the weekend. And I hope I should have the bulk of this. I ordered light fixtures. They'll show up next weekend or next week. But I should have the bulk of this room done by the end of the weekend. And I'll have at least pictures good enough to throw up for the ad to rent it out. Put shelves there. I might make a little desk for that. I don't know. But that's it. I'm rambling. Time to go to bed. Take a shower, go to bed. Got a gig tomorrow. All right, so the floor is a bit of a mess with all the remnants left behind, but it's in. I'd say a total of about 6 hours or so of work, but it looks really good. So it's Friday night. Tomorrow I'm gonna run up to the hardware store, get all the trim I need, and hopefully get all that done. I have new outlets. I have boxes of those. I have the cover for that vent. I needed to get a new one for that one. And I have the hardware for these, so I can get them in and scrape the paint off the windows and all that kind of stuff. I got new light fixtures. So I think this room is gonna be almost 100% done by the end of the weekend. Pretty excited about that. Alright, so I have most of the trim in. I made one mistake while building that thing and had to throw a bunch of it away. And because of that, I'm short just what I need for that. So I need to go pick up a new piece tomorrow. That's in. I don't mind that it doesn't fit perfectly. As you saw, I had to flip it around to get the mechanism to actually work. Outlets are all working. I have to do the lights and touch up paint here and there, clean up fingerprints and all that kind of stuff on here, cover up nail heads, all that kind of stuff. I'll cover all the paint stuff tomorrow. Right now, I'm working on the window. I figure I'd show you all how this works. So inside here, the crank, which I lost the crank handles, but I think Lowe's still has them. But inside here is a gear. You can kind of see there. Maybe I can turn it. There you go. You can kind of sort of see it turn. There we go. That gear turns this. This special bolt holds it in place. And then this has a little thing that sticks out and it actually slides into the window under here. If I can figure out where. There we go. So it slides in, and then this just kind of moving in and out is what actually turns and opens and closes the window. It's a pretty simple, basic mechanism, but it's also kind of brilliant in how it works. One of them, I'm assuming it's the one that was here, or actually no, the one that was here, because it was sitting, if you remember, this had a window AC unit in it, and none of the window was actually open all the way, and this was sitting somewhere. One of them was, it may have even been outside, but either way, when the machinist went to bead blast them, it literally disintegrated on him. The ears fell off, it started cracking all over the place. But he was able to find the exact same units. Might have a different size shaft, but other than that, it's the exact same units. And he gave me the link for that. So I just need to order one, and it's gonna go here. In the meantime, we'll just latch that with the regular latch. So I need to order that. But basically, I'm gonna put these in, put the latches back on. This one had silicone in the hole, so I had to scrape out the silicone. But once all that's done, tomorrow, I can take these back off and finish up the paint. And then with these doors, or with the windows open a little bit, it's just touching that old putty makes it fall out. I need to redo those. But basically, I'll be able to scrape off all this paint on the frame and then go ahead and paint all that kind of stuff. It should be decent weather tomorrow, so that should cover the final painting. I can scrape in here today, and then I'm gonna do the lights today, and that should, I should be almost completely done with this place tomorrow. I think little pole chains and stuff for the new lights over there, and then I just basically, I'm gonna let the tenant dictate how to do these closets, whatever tenant that ends up being. Me personally, I would do a shelf and a hanger rod, maybe 2 shelves and a hanger rod on each side, and then a desk in the middle, because there's power right there and it would be great for that. But maybe someone doesn't want that, whatever, the first tenant gets to dictate that. But yeah, other than that, I'm gonna get rolling on this, and after all that, I'll vacuum it up and we'll be good to go for a while. So this is pretty satisfying. I'm about 99% done with this room. Basically, I just need to order a new crank for that, and I need to, the curtain rods are on the way. Hopefully what I bought works. And then I just need to order curtains. So overall I have, I don't know, $75, $100 worth of stuff left to order. I'm into this project for $1,060, or this bedroom, $1,060 so far. But it's 99% done. It's just this couple little window things here and there. Yeah, there's some flaws here. This paint on the window frames is not the right type of paint for that surface, but it's okay. There's still some bubbles in the ceiling. The floor is not flat. The walls aren't flat, so you can see gaps here and there. The floor, that is not bad. You can definitely see along this one that it's not flat. But this is not a bad job for what I did. Obviously, when I gut and redo this thing, all the walls would be flat, the floor would be flat when I'm done, all that kind of stuff. I didn't do the best of job with doing the trim up here, but it's okay and it's good. And I've definitely rented places for more money that were in much worse condition. So I think it's gonna be all right for a nice little rental place. Actually, it's nicer than the other room. So yeah, that's it. It's Sunday night, Sunday afternoon. So that's it for the week. Time to move on to another part of the house. And here behind the creepy bathroom is another spot where water's coming up.